So the second piece of revelation I gained from the weekend came in a second performance. We actually did 2 performances in one day, which is rare. And we showed up, and it was in a room where we don't play often. We've played there before, but we don't do it often. And it's definitely more of a, you know, a room, a coffee shop filled with people on their laptops in the heart of Silicon Valley. People, you know, probably half the room was there to hear the music, and the other half was just there to work on their laptops and drink coffee, and they were okay with the music happening. But it got to a point of the quality of listening is so special. There was some kind of feeling there that I got, that this was a place where I wanted to. I can't even really like make it sound any more fancy than I just wanted to say something in this room about the why for the music. Not just the music, but us as people. And this was part of what I was so pleased to have said so smoothly in my video interview earlier in the day. And I said, you know, I'm going to say this again. And I'm going to say it early on in the performance so that people know up front where we're coming from and why. And so I did it. And I was knowing that I was going to do it, looking around at some of the people. The name of the band is Chinese Melodrama. A lot of the why is about really looking in the face of some very deep cultural ingrained fears about creativity, expression, freedom, and fetishizing the difficult and the complicated, which is what the violin is. The elite, refined, difficult, and complicated instrument. Perfect for Chinese people. So I was going to make some cultural references. There were some Asian, probably Chinese people in the audience, and I was going to just speak a truth that I know I've never heard spoken aloud before, but I was going to be the one to do it. So there's a little bit of fear there. There's vulnerability, but I'd seen the lesson from earlier, and I knew there was an opportunity to be kind to myself and just watch. And so I watched myself get, like, right about 5 minutes before we were going to go on, my body had this reaction of getting really hungry and really cold all of a sudden. So it was this pit in my stomach that felt like this gaping hole that had to be filled, like right then, but I had no access to any food. And then the second response was to get really cold, and I was standing right underneath the air conditioning vent, and so that didn't help. So I couldn't address that feeling in my stomach at all, but I put on a couple more layers of clothing. I went up, we played a song that was totally comfortable for me, and then I just did my talking, and after I got through it and I had some laughs and I relaxed and I took my time, I knew that I wasn't wasting anyone's time. I was actually really entering into the space of listening and setting them up to really more deeply experience our music. So I took my time, and after that I felt completely settled, grounded. I started warming up. My entire body was part of the performance. The pit in my stomach was gone, and I felt like I was free. I was having fun, and it was, the way I can describe it is that now they know I'm not hiding. And and I could really just breathe completely through my entire body, through every moment, and be playful and take some risks and continue to be attentive to how I'm treating myself when my mind wants to judge something in the moment of taking the risk. And I stayed more with that and more aware of the fact that I could let the judgment go and play a little bit, and that I wasn't hiding. They knew everything that I wanted them to know about me, and they were there with me for that hour of our performance. So it was a sense of very deep joy and gratitude to have that opportunity and have that experience. It's really just about like really having that whole experience that my words in this camera or my words on a piece of paper or on a blog could never capture, but I'm trying to convey, because I just want to help to seal that experience and learning. So I'm going to go back to staring at the ocean now. But this was a good desk break for the afternoon. The sun decided to come out about an hour and a half ago, and I'm just going to soak in it a little bit. And maybe I'll actually publish the blog post about this. But you heard it here first.